Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with another spiritual message. Hope all is well with y'all. Hope you're having a good day, and if not, hope the rest of your day get better. But I got a quick little message, so I'm gonna get straight into it. Excuse me. So, the title of this video is gonna be "Your Strength is Weakness to Them." Your strength is weakness to them. So, what do I mean? I explain like always. So, I got this word, I got this message, I got this download a couple of days ago? Yeah, a couple of days ago I got this message. And, I'm going to elaborate exactly what I mean. So, when I say your strength is seen as a weakness to them, I mean, you ever had people, if you're going through something in life, or people seeing you make it through a hurdle in your life, or they seen you overcome some challenging things in your life, some challenging obstacles, a lot of times you'll hear people say that, you're very strong, you have a strong mind, you have a strong spirit, you was able to get through these things that not a lot of people would have been able to get through. And, it's a good thing when somebody tells you that, so I don't want it to be negative, so it's not all negative. But you also have to be careful of certain people that says that to you, because not everybody means it with good intent. So when somebody says that to you, you also have to be privy and knowledgeable to know that everybody's not coming from a good place when they say that to you. So you're gonna have some people that admire your strength. They see how strong you are. They see the things that you do in life and see how you overcome things and how you still able to go on each day, regardless of what's going on in your life. And there's going to be some people, like I said, that admire that. Then there's going to be the people that see your strength and they're going to want to test you on that to see if you actually that strong. Are you actually living up to what you're portraying or what you morally value and your principles and all that? So those people you got to watch out for, because those are the people that's going to come and try to play the ultimate mind games and the ultimate test games and try to break you. So examples of that is like, for example, with me. Everybody knows exactly what I went through with my parents, losing both of my parents. So a lot of people coming to me and say, "Oh, I see you strong. I see you went through that." A lot of people wouldn't have been able to get through that, and I admire that. So those are the genuine people, but you also have to remember there's going to be people that aren't being genuine when they say that. So they're going to be like, "You're so strong that I want to test you to see if I can break your boundaries. You're so strong in my eyes that I want to see if I can do something to rock you off your path and see if I can get you off your square." You got to pay attention to those type of people and when they say and do things, because they'll pretend like they're admiring it, and then the next time that they encounter you, they'll come with the mind games, they'll come with the BS. I like to give the example of sports. When it's a number one draft pick, or the top 10 draft picks, top 20, whatever round it is, whatever sports you're talking about, but we'll just keep it to basketball because that's the most that I really privy to than other sports. So you got the first round, the top picks, everybody know going. So when they're doing the draft class, right, they do the NBA Combine, right? So the NBA Combine, for those that don't know, that's when people got to come, all the prospects, rather, they all do the certain drills and the different tests and evaluations and to see if they up to par, make sure they ain't got no injuries, all that good stuff that they got to do, right? And they base them off of that. But in that, they also highlight their strengths and their weaknesses, right? So before that, these top picks, when they was in college and high school, all they kept talking about was their strengths, how good they was, they're going to be a top picks, all that stuff, right? They never bring up their weakness until they get to draft day, which is what I'm talking about with the message of why people are going to say your strength is really going to be like weakness to them, because they want to find a loophole and they want to find the things that you're not really good at. So that's why I bring up the example of sports, because they'll praise these people all the way through high school, college. As soon as they get through, when they about to get drafted, now they want to bring up their weakness. Now they want to bring up, oh, this person's overweight, they need to lose weight, they need to get more NBA shape. Oh, they don't have a jump shot. Oh, they not a good facilitator. They start bringing up all these weaknesses that they never said before, but now all of a sudden, now the person's in the place that they work hard to be at. Now they're bringing up their weaknesses. Now they want to nitpick at them. Now they want to critique them. And this is what I'm saying. This is what people do to you too in real life. When they admire your strength and they're not coming from a genuine place, and they now want to poke holes and try to critique you now and try to find loopholes and holes in your game to see where they can attack you at. Because honestly, it's just in human nature when somebody, like I said, somebody could be bragging on somebody that they know, like, oh yeah, my man is good at this, or my man is good at that, or, you know, he's good at basketball, and the person that they telling that to, automatically, unconsciously, they're gonna start sizing that person up without them even knowing, like, oh, you saying they that good, let me go test them out, let me make sure. Even in fighting, you see that in the fighting world. It could be a champion, it could be a person beating they behind or whatever, boxing, MMA, whatever sport you're talking about. But it's always that one person that be like, oh, I want to challenge them. Yeah, hey, everybody praising them, I know their strengths, but I want to challenge them and see if they're really that good. I don't believe it. So sometimes it's just natural in human nature to do that. But a lot of times people want to do that because they want to prove that you're not really it. You're not really that factor. You're not really that top priority that everybody, not even priority, but you're not that top pick that everybody is always talking about and always praising. You're not all that. So sometimes it's natural in human nature to want to do that, to want to challenge that, to want to challenge somebody's strength. But a lot of times people is doing that because they're coming from their own insecurities and their own projections, and it's not a genuine place. So like I said, they'll never bring up none of these weaknesses and none of that in these people's career. But for some reason, when they finally make it to the destination of getting to drafted and everything, now they want to bring up their weaknesses. Now they want to say they can't do this. Now they want to say they're going to have to work on that. Or they're going to say they got to lose weight. All this stuff that they never said about these people. But for some reason, now they want to poke holes in the game so they could try to prove, oh, they wasn't really that top high school prospect. They wasn't really that top college prospect that everybody's praising them to be. So this is what I mean, what people do in real life when they say, oh, you strong, but really they want to see what they could do to test you. So they might start coming with BS games, BS mind games, start doing little funny stuff, trying to do stuff to anger you if you're a calm person. They're going to try to do all different types of things to get you off your game, because some people, they just don't want to believe that that's really you. Some people don't really want to believe. Like, people probably look at me when I talk about God and all that, they probably don't want to believe that it's really me. For people that really knew me, from stuff that I came from, I ain't no perfect person. I was hanging out, partying, doing all crazy stuff like everybody was doing as teenagers in college and stuff. But I changed and all that. I stopped doing that. And then I got on my path for my purpose, and now I'm doing all this stuff like this when I'm speaking to the people and I'm trying to help give messages and stuff. There's a lot of people that know me that probably thought I was faking, probably still think I'm faking. And I've been doing this for years. And that's what I mean. It's probably people that everything that I went through with my parents and making it out and still being able to come on videos and go through everyday life and still be optimistic and not pessimistic, because I could have easily turned into a very pessimistic person. I could have let what happened with my parents, I could have let that turn me into a very ill, anger person. I could be out here just giving people attitudes and stuff, and I don't do that because that, first of all, that's not the right thing to do. And the second thing is that life happens, things happen. I have to continue. I have things to do. And I have my parents, they have to live through me now. And there's other people that's living through me now as well, that I lost friends and other family members and stuff, where I have to keep going. No matter how hard that journey was, no matter who I lost on the journey, I have to keep going. So there's probably people that think I'm probably faking, coming on the camera thinking I'm pretending that I'm happy or whatever, and they probably don't believe it. But that's what I mean, that they're going to test you. So they're going to do things to try to tap into your insecurity. They're going to do things to try to throw you off your square. They're going to do things to see if you really got a strong mind, if they're doing little mind tests and just unnecessary stuff. Because people have been doing it to me, even with everything I was going through with my parents. And that's why I got this message as well as confirmation, because I'm like, this is what people do, and I see them do it to other people. Look at the example with Allen Iverson and Michael Jordan. Allen Iverson told people since a kid, y'all could take on Michael Jordan. People never believed him because it's Jordan. And when he got to that position finally and got to the NBA and actually was in a position where Mike came to guard him, and this is what I mean, people heard about Iverson and the crossover stuff. Mike ain't believe that because it's human nature to want to test you when everybody bragging or think that you this top pick or you this that, or they think that you all that. It's natural that they want to test you. And Mike, Phil called out, yo, Mike, get him. He went up to guard AI with confidence because he ain't believe him. He thinking he Mike Jordan, top defender, ain't nobody gonna cross him up, or no, especially no rookie. And what AI do? backed up and he crossed him up something crazy to the point that's a classic highlight moment in history, to the point Jordan respect AI when you see him every day, because he showed him, I'm not scared of you and I'm gonna rise to the occasion. And for you thinking that this is gonna be a weakness, that I'm gonna respect you because you might, and I'm not gonna give you this work, you about to see how strong my strength is. And he learned that day a valuable lesson, that to never do that, or never sleep with nobody, or never even question his strength or his mindset, because it doesn't always have to be physical strength. It be your mindset of strength and your spirit as strength. So he got to learn the hard way that day, and he learned to never test him like that again and respect it. So this is the same thing that people will have to learn when they go through you, and they have to go through people like me and yourself that's watching this video, where they have to learn the hard way to never ever disrespect or come against your strength again, because it's never going to be a weakness. So when they trying to find out, when people are trying to find a weakness in you, they actually finding a weakness in themselves, because it's actually projection, the stuff that they're trying to put onto you, and it got nothing to do with you. So you got to realize that sometimes when people just come out of nowhere and say things like, oh, you should do this, or you should do that, or you could be doing this better, or you could, they still start doing and saying things because they're intimidated already by your strength and who you are. Just like the examples I gave with the draft picks. People love to try to find holes in your game. They love to try to find weaknesses so they could try to control you, or they could try to just throw you off your throne or your position and say, oh, they not all that, or they not really this, or they not really that strong, or they weak. Oh, I was able to get them emotional. They always calm. Or they ain't all that. They not this good person. I was able to do that, and then they just got angry and went off on me. Or they not this godly person. So people gonna try to do all type of stuff. They try to prove to themselves that you not what you say you are. You not what you displaying. And a lot of times when they do that, they're gonna learn the hard way and actually find out that they're the weak ones. Because if you're admiring somebody's strength, you're not going to be trying to find a weakness in their game. You're going to admire them for what they're presenting and what they actually have strength for, and what they gained it from things that they went through in life, and lessons that they went through in life. So we got to know that as well with this message, and just pay attention to that, because people will try to come and try to really throw you off, or really try to prove that you're not who you say you are, or God is not who you say you are. And that's when they go in the hard way. So just remember that. When people say, yo, you strong, I admire you, I admire your strength, be careful, because everybody's not genuine when they say that. There's going to be people that admire that and they are genuine, but there's going to be people also as well that's not genuine when they tell you that, because them saying that, this is what they mean. When some people that don't have good intent, when they come and saying, yo, you're so strong, I admire that, what they're really saying is, you're so strong that I want to see what I can do to break you. You're so strong, I want to see what I can do to make you emotional, to make you go off the rock, or make you angry. That's what they really mean. So when they come at you after they said that and they start playing games and just start doing stuff from left field, just know that's exactly what they're doing. And when you see that, get away from them, because those are the people that's going to try to get you in bad positions and tight situations that you don't need to be in. And when they put you in those positions, it's going to be very hard for you to get out of, or even display your true character, because they're going to get you out of character. Thank you, God. So it's going to be hard in those situations when they try to get you in those tough spots to show your true character, because they're going to do things to get you out of character. So just remember that. Be careful when some people say they admire your strength, because everybody's not coming from a genuine place. Some people are saying that from a genuine place and an admirable place, but some people are saying that from a hateful and jealous place and an insecure place and projection, and they want to find out, actually, are you really that strong? Are you who you say you are? And do you really live by what you are displaying, or what you're teaching, or what you're basically living by, or what you change to be? Because a lot of people don't believe when people change. They still want to look at them as the old self, and that don't got nothing to do with you either, because that's their projection again onto you, because everybody could change. Everybody could work on things. Yes, you might still have that old self within you, but you know how to discipline yourself better where it doesn't come out as often, and you know how to control it. Whether that's an anger issue, whether that was a substance abuse, whether that was promiscuity, whatever it was, you know how to control those things because you're on a different path and you focus on your mission and you trying to become a better person each day. And that is strength as well. And some people don't like that either. That triggers certain people that don't know how to do that. So just remember that. Keep your eye out. Pay attention to the intent. Pay attention to the tones when people saying that to you, that you're strong, to make sure that it's actually genuine and to make sure that they're coming from a genuine place. Because if not, they're going to try to do things or say things to try to see if that's really you, if you're really that strong, are you really this morals, values, and principles type of person, or this godly person, whatever you portraying or whatever you do. And they want to poke holes and see if there's holes in your game so they could be like, oh, you ain't all that, and try to take you off your ranking or try to take you off your position. So just remember that. So peace, blessing, much respect, much love. I love you. Always keep doing your thing. Stay goal-oriented. Like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint, or crawl, because life is that hard. Sometimes you can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we can do sometimes is crawl to that destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we got to make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love you always. For people that's on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'm going to see you on the next topic. Peace.